Right, hello once again for the fourth upgrade and parts video. This one is by far and away the most boring so far, because I have less to show you, but technically they are still upgrades of sorts. I'm having to slow down a bit on parts for this, mostly because most of what I want is currently out of stock and won't be back in until actually presumably the middle of this month, or sometime in April, and that goes for the green body, the Proline tyres and wheels, and a couple of other bits and bobs. But I also need to get some brushless parts and some brushed parts for my TT01 and TT02, and some new bodies as well. And I've just pre-ordered a new Tamiya, and hopefully I've managed to secure myself an item, and that the pre-orders haven't run out. So might do an unboxing of that. I probably won't do a build video. There's no point. It's just TT02 chassis. They're all over YouTube, so might not bother with that. But I might just show it off, and the body, and painted and all that. But yeah, my Tamiyas need some attention at the moment. So this is going to be put on hold unless I can find something cheap or that I'm looking for. Then I'll get it. There is one thing I want to get, and that's some blue rod ends. I want to get some blue rod ends. Those are relatively cheap, so I might get those next. But for the most part, any parts for this, I need to wait off a bit. The only upgrades that I can show you in my hand are these. This isn't an upgrade, that's just thread lock, because the grub screw in the pinion gear has come off twice. So what I've done is I put a 14 tooth on it and thread locked it for the time being. Still too bleeding quick. I have to wait until I can get to an open area like a car park or something. The road out the front is too small for how fast this is, so oh yeah, I also want to get a blue spoiler and blue skid plate. The green body, I might get a green spoiler and skid plate. The red body that you've already seen, I might get a red spoiler, but I can't get a skid plate because it has the LEDs on it, so I can't change that. But we'll see, and this is the only other upgrade, is a 20 tooth pinion. So this, mixed with the stock spur gear and the 3S LiPo, should be able to reach quite a high top speed. This will only be done, again, like I said, at the car park where there's more than enough runoff for me to use it, and like I said, I'll have to take that with me just to make sure. Then again, that stuff takes several hours to cure properly, so as long as I know I'm going to the car park the next day, I suppose I can just use that. So yeah, I've been wanting to get a 20 tooth. I don't know if this is an actual Traxxas one. I'm assuming it is. I don't know. We'll say that it is. So yeah, those are the entries. That's, like I said, that's not even an upgrade. That's just something that I kind of needed. So still waiting for these wheels and particularly this body to get completely demolished, because then I can start using the new wheels and the new body. So there's that. I put a few stickers on it, just kind of, yeah, it is getting scuffed up, but it's not too bad. The amount of tumbles this has taken, and this is all that happens, it is quite strong. And I put a Ford logo, and I do keep sanding these down just to make them look a bit nicer. Like I said, and there's not much going on the inside either. A part of me still wants to paint the inside of these bodies like black or silver, or like bright gunmetal, but I don't know. I might do it to this one actually, seeing as this is getting a bit busted up. We have of course got the blue arms, which you've already seen, but that's what they look like. The RPM A arms, they're quite good. I quite like those. I might still get some red ones anyway, just in case. There's a 50 tooth pinion now in there as opposed to the 54, so might be a tad quicker. I do think then that the fixed gear adapter won't fit, so I'd have to use it without the adapter, which the early Rustlers didn't use one. I don't think they used the adapter there, but this is good for like a 14, 17 and 11 I think, so there is that. And then there's also the RPM sensor. Yes, I bought an RPM sensor for it. Slots in there. I'm assuming it's set up correctly. You put in manually the number of teeth on the pinion and the spur gear, which I've done, but then you can also put in manually excuse me, the final drive ratio. So I have no idea how to figure that out. I've tried looking, I've got no idea. So far it's as it is. It's in like 2.280 or 2.2% for, I don't know what it is. But I can't figure out how to calculate it, so it's as it is. So I don't know how accurate this is until I can get a GPS module. To start with, I'm just going to probably get the, I think it's the Sky RC one. Kind of looks like the same one that you see Kevin Talbot with, you know, with the little LCD on it. So that way I can switch it between this and my Tamiya's, so I can see how fast they go. And eventually I will get the Traxxas one telemetry to go in there. But it would mean I will have to figure out a way to attach the power supply for the lights. So there's that. At the point I bought all these, I was going to get some stiffer springs for the front, because this feels a lot softer than that. This bottoms out a lot easier than this one. So I might still do that at a later date, just get some slightly stiffer ones. And if need to, just put some spacers at the back in case the front sort of lifts up a bit. Other than that, I did actually get a heatsink and fan for the motor. Unfortunately, the heatsink was far too big, and so was the fan. So I actually need to pop back on somewhere and look for a 540/550 motor-sized fan and heatsink. Rubber tyres, they're getting a little scuffed. Not too bad. I'm going to pick up some blue ones as well when they're back in stock. I'm also going to still need to try and get the Proline F150 Raptor body for this, because that looks awesome. And I want to get another unpainted Rustler body, because I have plans to put it onto the Konghead chassis, because I think that'll fit quite well. I want to put it on there. I also need 3 shells to be painted. So yeah, I want to put it on that. So that'll be kind of interesting. So yeah, but yeah, other than that, that's why this was the most boring one yet. The most interesting part, the RPM sensor, and I can't even show you that because I was going to give you a demonstration of it, but my tablet is flat. I was going to use the Traxxas app on that because I can't use my phone app because I'm recording with it. So yeah, there you go. So yes, future upgrades for this will be on hiatus for now, since I need to sort out the Tamiyas. However, if I have enough money and I see something that I've been waiting for, I'll just say fook it and get it anyway, because once they're gone for a while and they don't come back very quick. So I'll be replacing these tyres soon as well, or the wheels, because they are getting quite scratched. Oh yeah, might also pick up a second set of wheel nuts as well. So there's that. Get those out of the way. I think that's all I bought anyway. I can't actually remember what else. Oh yeah, the RPM arms. When I put the RPM arms on and I put the hinge pins back in, they didn't fit very well. Oh, what's that? Where'd that go? Yeah, they didn't fit very well. They kind of came through the RPM arm, but they wouldn't come through here. They stopped just short of the upright. And apparently that's normal, but it just felt a bit loose to me, like 'cause where this was. So one of the other things I bought was a set of hinge pins. They were all too long or too short. This one was too long, these ones. So I just put them in and cut them to shape or to size. They do stick out a bit. I might have another go at sanding them down, but for now, much better than they were before, where there was no support for the uprights. So, yeah. So yeah, I'm honestly surprised. I don't know how people. I've heard lots of people complaining about the reliability of the gears and whatnot. Like people have stripped gears on the first run or something like that. I've taken this out a few times. I've belted it up and down the street at a car park. You know, like quite hard. But I've not broken a single thing on it. So I don't know. The only thing that's happening is obviously it's getting a bit scratched, but considering that all the damage is just like that, and these can be sanded down, and these parts here, they're only £7 a pop, so they're cheap as shit to replace. So not a problem. Weirdly enough, the one thing I wish that Traxxas did sell was separate sticker sets for them. The only way to get hold of these stickers is to buy the body. But, you know, if these start to peel or get scratched off, that's it, you can't buy a spare sticker set, which is kind of weird. Very, very weird indeed. So, yeah. But other than that, yeah. These will be next. I'll get these in blue. I would like to get some alloy ones, but super cheap, super expensive, hard to find. So I'm gonna get some RPM rod ends, blue, to match these. And like I said, I'm gonna try and get some a blue spoiler and skid plate, since they're only £7 a pop. I don't know if that's gonna be too much blue, or maybe I should go for red. I don't know. At £7 a pop, I might get one of each. So I don't know. But yeah, I am mightily loving this. So much so that I want more Traxxases. I would like more Traxxases. I don't have any cash for it though, which is the unfortunate thing. I was lucky enough to get this. Part of me wants the 2-wheel drive VXL and the 1/16 E Revo. I'd also like to try and I want a Max and maybe an X Max. I think the X Max for me would be a pipe dream. Unless I got a sudden influx of, you know, tips and donations. Tip me. I need to pay my bills. I need that money to pay my bills. My tax man. I'm jesting. I'm just mocking another YouTuber. Comments if you know who it is. But yeah, there you go. I do like this thing. It's just too fast to use out the front, to be perfectly honest. I'm always so nervous about hitting someone or something, because the speed this goes at, and how durable it seems to be, if I crash this into something like a car, somebody's car, it could seriously do a fair amount of damage. And I've already done some damage to me. I've nearly run myself over twice, and there is a little scar on my leg, just there, from where I tried to do a front flip off my leg, like, and oh god, I've got 20% battery, and yeah, that's what happened, and it cut it, bled everywhere, and now there's a little bit of a scar. So yeah, they're dangerous. So anyway, there might not be another upgrade video for this between this one and a Tamiya one. There might be, you never know. But yeah, my TTO1 needs a new motor because if you watched my last video, I fried a second one. But I'm also going to get a new speed controller as well. New chassis. I'm going to refresh it. It's going to get a new chassis, new motor, new speed controller. I'd like to get an R34 Skyline body for it because the R32 body is getting a bit beat up. And I need to get some parts and paint for the Tamiya that I've pre-ordered, which I hope I get. It comes out on March the 15th. You might be able to deduce what it is from that. So yeah, we'll see. I'll make an unboxing video of it. But I won't build it on video. No point. Plenty of TTO2 assembly videos on YouTube. Yeah, don't need it. So, yeah. If the only thing I do get are these rod ends, I'm not gonna make a video about it. I'll just include that in whatever video gets made of this next. So, I'm going to leave it there for now. Because like I said, this was the most boring one so far. Had almost nothing to show for it, other than some blue goo and a gear. So, yeah. Anyway, get one of these. They are awesome. Just be prepared to wait for stock to come back in stock. I don't know if it's because of everything that's been going on. You know, shipping from the US hasn't been as frequent into the UK. Presumably, when that's all eased off, shipping, restocking will be back to normal. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. The next one might be about this, or it might be the TTO1's new parts, new motor, speed controller, and whatnot. So, yeah. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. So update, I do now have the RPM rod ends, which arrived today. So now, blue A-arms and rod ends. These might actually eventually get replaced with alloy rods instead. But they are now on there. Ta-da! I don't know how long these will last. The ball ends, putting them in here were far easier than taking them out of the Traxxas rod ends. These feel a lot looser and easier to unclip, like in an impact. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. There's a lot of blue now. A lot of blue. Yep. There we go. Just another little addition to the video. Still need to get the stiffer suspension-y things. Oh well. Yeah, there we go. That's it. So, we have to wait until the next video, whenever that may be, or whatever that may be, when things are back in stock and whatnot. It might not be a Traxxas video, it might be the Tamiya video, we'll see. So yeah, thank you for watching.